What's up, guys? Kris Krohn here. I am coming at you live today. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 secrets of literally how you become wealthy in your 20s. Now, by the way, if you're a teenager, this is where you should be. If you're in your 30s, it's not too late. I'm going to show you catch up. If you're in your 60s, it's too late. You're already dead. There's no help. Just joking. You're all going to get some great advice today. 5 secrets to becoming wealthy, and here's what's unique. You actually get to text me directly. You get to text 385-217-3477. Here's what Thursday looks like for me. I've got all of your texts that show up right here on my phone, and while we're doing this, I just give this to my team so that as you ask relevant questions about today's training on this, the 5 secrets to becoming wealthy, I can interact with you. But I promise you, I'm going to do my best today, if not today, tomorrow, to actually text every single one of you. So you're all welcome to text, even if you weren't here live. I'm going to get to you because I want to connect with you. In the world we live in today, coronavirus has changed everything. I'm using more technology for us to have meaningful conversation with each other. So officially, my phone goes to the team. As you text me on this number, 385-217-3477, we're going to be able to connect with each other. Just know my team is manhandling my personal cell phone while I'm doing this training because I got a lot of gold nuggets to drop on you. So first of all, welcome. Do me a favor, just hop on the text and just say, what's up, Kris? Say hello, say where you're texting in from, and let's actually start this dialogue and let's start connecting with each other. If you've saved my phone number and we've texted before, shout out, man, say hi, let's connect. All right, so first of all, what is going on in the crazy world of coronavirus today? I want you to know that 6 weeks ago, when coronavirus struck our country, America, really, really hard, I got excited. On the one hand, I was like, my heart was moved with compassion. People are dying. We need to take care of those people. My parents live with me. They're in their mid-70s. They are majorly at risk. They have health issues left and right. And so, you know, I barricaded at my home and have made it a safe haven for them. So I know there's a lot of people suffering out there, and my heart goes out to everyone that has been impacted by this. At the same time, you need to understand that crisis equals the most important financial time in your life. We're only going to see a crisis every decade. We're only going to see it every 15 or 20 years, which means that for you between the age of 18 and 65, you're going to see maybe 3 or 4 crises, and that's it. And crisis equals when you should be growing the most. 6 weeks ago, I met with my team, and let me know when we have our shout-outs, because I want to start saying hi to everybody.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
But I want you guys to know that when winter hit, economic winter is what we're in, I got excited because I knew the biggest opportunities hang out in winter. In winter, most things die or hibernate. In business, it's no different. Right now, 54% of businesses are out of business. So today, if you've gone out of business, if you've lost your job, then I want you to know that I'm going to share advice and things with you today to help you understand that this isn't about weathering a storm. This is you about showing up and freaking crushing it right now. So, hats off to all of you. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge my amazing team here. I've got Carson, who runs all of my companies. I've got Colton, who's the marketing mastermind. And I've got Kris Miller, who's been buying real estate with me for years. He is my brother-in-law. And then we've got Rhino behind the screen here that rocks it out on all of my YouTube videos. Why are you looking away? Look at them.
What's up, guys? I was looking at you.
Dude, let's do some shout-outs. Let's just see what we got coming in so far for everyone that's here. Dude, Austin Shear, what's up, brother? Glad to connect with you. Glad you're here. Robert, you care. Glad to have you here. Shiv, what's up?
Kenneth Fredericks just jumped on.
Yeah, Kenneth Fredericks, thank you for being here, buddy. Glad to have you. As we dive into today's training, you're definitely going to want to text. I can tell you right now, this hour, I'm going to drop more gold in your lap. Because this is not just, oh, Kris is going to hop on, we're going to talk about making money. Listen up super carefully. Right now, I became financially free at 26 because there were 5 things that I was doing. I'm going to show you the 5 things. And it is a far bigger picture than any of you know. It's based on my book that is currently being written. It's the book by far I'm more excited about than any because it is a complete financial roadmap. Today, I'm going to give you a complete financial roadmap. Now, first to have this conversation, the first thing that I need you to connect with me on is that the world has a very broken financial model. And that is because of the ROIs that are available. I'm going to be giving you 5 amazing tools and resources for free today to actually help you implement the 5 secrets to awaken your financial genius. Now, for this to make sense, what I want to do is I just want to tell you a little bit about what's going on in the world. And then as I start training, as you have comments on this, text me your questions, and my team is going to just pull up my cell phone, and they're going to find relevant questions, and I'm going to answer those. By the way, those of you that have been joining me every Thursday like this know that as you show up and as you ask great questions, guess what I do? I give you free stuff away. So today, guess what? We got free stuff coming your way. You're going to want to show up and participate. So let me start breaking it out this way. You've been told to do what with money in your 20s? First of all, get good grades and go to college, which is almost worthless advice these days, but the world won't know it for another decade. And basically what ends up happening is you're told, get a job, work for somebody else. Most of us don't like what we do working for somebody else. Most companies have not learned how to adapt to millennials and the younger generation to make it fun, hip, exciting, awesome, mobility, work from home. You know, coronavirus is doing so many good things right now. But then you finally start getting some real money. And what do? You're told, put it in a 401k, put it in an IRA, put it in stocks, put it into a personal home that you live in. This right here is society's financial game plan. By the way, you could also put money in savings. Let me just take 3 minutes first and just share with you why this plan does not work for anybody. And that's a massive superlative, so listen up and let me qualify it. Let's talk about what makes all of these things equal. It is called ROI, and it's called return on investment, meaning if I put money there, what do I get back? So you guys realize that your savings account gives you like maybe 0.25%, not 1%, a small piece of 1%. Kris Miller, I'm going to have to do some calculations on how long it takes to double money in just a minute. You guys are going to go nuts on this. Check this out. There's ROI, and then I'm going to show time to double. How long will it take you to double your money? So check this out. Next, we're told to put money in 401ks. 30-year average on a 401k is 5.75%. 30-year average on an IRA, it's 6%. 30-year average on S&P, it's arguable after fees and everything between 7 and 9%. We're going to call it 8%. And then in your home, we know that since 1963 on, it's been tracked at 4.58%. So these are the ROIs. Guess what they all have in common? These four all start with a single digit. There's no double digit on the board here. So Miller, let's start with savings. If I'm earning just even a 0.025%, how long will it take to double my money?
2,880 years.
2,880 years. In other words, you would never put your money in a savings account to grow it because it would take you, like 9 million lifetimes to like double your money, which is nothing. 401k, if I'm earning 5.75%, how long will it take to double my money?
12.52.
This is 12.5 years at 6%.
12 years.
12 years at 8%.
9 years.
9 years and at 4.58?
15.72.
15.7 years. So let's just get clear right now up front. It is taking me anywhere from, I'll throw out the 2,800 years, but if I look at the average between 9 and 15, what is my blended average? It's probably somewhere right around 13 years to double my money. And notice that that correlates with an average ROI of somewhere around 6%. So if I'm doing what society wants and I put all my money earning an average of single digit 6%, then I double my money every 13 years. Newsflash! Let's just say that you saved up 20 grand. You work your butt off to save 20 grand. If 13 years later it becomes 40 grand, and 13 years later it becomes 80 grand, plus you've been contributing to it, so let's say you have a total of 200 grand, can you retire on 200 grand? No. 200 grand, if you like living an $80,000 a year lifestyle, that will last you 2.5 years. In other words, when you retire with society's game plan, you can live a couple of years, and then you better die or get a job again as a really old dude or dudette. So that's the problem with society's game plan. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 secrets. By the way, will you just do me a favor and just blow up the chat? You can text me or you can put it right on YouTube Direct and just tell me your feelings. Like, what do you think about this game plan? By the way, I'm telling you the reality, having interviewed tens of thousands of people over the years, and this is the way it works, and this is the system that you're a part of. Will you just do me a favor and comment on the YouTube chat, and if you think this is bullcrap, will you please say it in the most colorful way that you can, your emotional reaction to this reality that is your reality, unless you have a different game plan, which of course I'm going to give you today and we're going to chat about it. Just freaking light it up on YouTube. I want to hear exactly what you think about that. Can someone be on YouTube and just see YouTube's chat?
Yep, we're on it.
I want to know what everyone's thinking. And then it's time here to drop some serious nuggets. Let's go. Let's get making money the smart way and the right way. By the way, while we're looking at the comments, I want to ask you, based on the way I formatted this, what do you think the solution is going to be? It's this number right here, ROI. You need to find a way. Today I'm going to talk about how you get intelligent single-digit ROI, less than 10%. I'm going to show you how you get double-digit ROI. By the way, double-digit, I'm going to show you how to make 25% instead of 6%. And do you know what the difference between 6 and 25% is? Over 20 years, it is 20 times more money. Is that crazy or what? What kind of comments do we have?
Someone said, ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That game plan is terrible. Hard pass on society's game plans. I'm not doing any of this.
Scott,
no
Nick
time.
just sent the poop emoji.
The poop emoji summarizes it. It looks like this. I don't have brown, but it's that, you know, that swirly guy that's like,
Hey Chris, that looks like an ice cream cone.
hey, and it is an ice cream cone of poop. That's your financial situation. There's not ice cream. I'll just spell it out. Poop. It's poop again. Okay, so we clearly need a different game plan, a different approach. And if you want to say, well, Chris, what if I don't want to take 2,800 years to get rich? Or what if I don't want to be really poor? Because by the way, at the rate that you're doubling, guess how much time you need to have a couple $1 million? You need lifetimes. But if you're watching this, I'm going to share something that definitely is going to piss some people off right now. By the way, your CPAs hate this conversation I'm having with you. Financial planners would tell you not to listen to me. I want to talk about get rich quick. Because remember what society says. There is no get rich quick. You should get. Are you kidding me? I got rich quick. Here's what get rich quick means. You need to tap into single digit ROIs, double digit. I'm going to show you how to tap into triple digit. I'm going to teach you how to drop into quadruple digit. I'm even going to teach you infinite ROI. And here's what that means. So you're like, what does this mean? You're hurting my brain. Let me tell you. Double digit, I'm going to talk first of all about 5% on your savings. Like a savings account that gives you 5% instead of 0.025%. Would that be cool? Wouldn't you want to bank there? I'm going to open you up to my bank that I use for doing that. Double digit, 25% ROI means 20 times more money over 20 years. Triple digit ROI now means that you're earning 100% on your money. That means $100 becomes $200. It means that 100 grand becomes 200 grand. By the way, I'm actually going to be showing you how to get about a 350% ROI, which means that you can take 10 grand and turn it into 35 grand in 1 year. Cash in hand. I've never shared this message before. I hope that you are listening. I'm going to teach you quadruple digit ROI. I'm going to share with you how to get, when you make 1,000% return, what that is that's what we call 10x. Or in other words, 10 times. That's what 1,000% means. It means, Chris, how do I take $1 million and turn it into $10 million? Here's my favorite. Infinite ROI. This is how do I have no or very little money and turn it into millions. Is this real? Is this hoax? Is this farce? Only if you've been indoctrinated by game plan poop. If game plan financial poop, by the way, if I take a cupcake, if I take a pile of poop, and I put frosting on it and make it look like a cupcake, is it a cupcake? Nope. It's just sugar flavored poop. It doesn't work. It's not good. By the way, I love red licorice. Have you ever eaten nothing but a whole bag of red licorice? You will look in that toilet and think that you're bleeding to death, but it's actually just licorice.
Hey Chris, you got a lot of people asking college or not, college or not.
It's
Okay.
the same person. He needs to stop.
All right, real quick. Someone wants to know, yes, college, no college. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. College is vocational or career training. Career is about living day to day. College is not the answer for financial freedom. You need two educations. If you insist on going to college, then you have to get the higher education, which is a mentor that can show you what to do differently to produce awesome astronomical results. Got it? All right. So that doesn't mean no to college. It means please do not make that the end of your journey. That is the wrong end. Whether you do or don't go to college, you need this kind of training to actually get where you want to go. Okay, now I'm going to start lighting it up, and I'm going to start having text conversations with you because I'm going to go into these. I'm going to tackle them one at a time. First one is, and then we're going to do some awesome Q&A at the end that I think you're really going to love. First of all, let's just talk about single-digit ROI. You have to have somewhere where you keep your money safe. I have a special bank, and my bank compared to your bank gives me a guaranteed 4%. It usually gives me an additional, so this is guaranteed. It also gives me a 2% dividend. So now I'm at 6%. I can borrow this money anytime I want, but still earn this ROI as if the money were in it. My money becomes untouchable, which means it is unlitigatable, like a Swiss bank account. Next, it grows tax-free. And lastly, here's the giveaway. It produces a death benefit. Wait a second, a death benefit must mean life insurance. You got it. This is a rare type of life insurance. I've been doing this for 15 years. I save money this way, and I get the benefits of an average 6% return every year, just like a bank account. I can borrow it and put it into deals, which I do. It's untouchable, it grows tax-free, and if I were to die, it pays everything off because I have a big death benefit. If you are young, you need this. If you're in your 20s, you have to have this. If you're in your 30s, you have to have this. This is a special type of bank account. If you want one set up for you for free, by the way, how cool is that? Literally for free, no strings attached. Come over here. You're gonna go, if you want to set up this bank account, you're gonna go to kriskrohn.com, spell it the right way, /insurance. Get in here. kriskrohn.com/insurance. If you go there, my buddy Rob Gill will hook you up, set up your bank account for free, and already you're doing something more intelligent than all of this. Does this make sense? Now that's just for saving money, but check this out. By the way, will you do me a favor? Go onto the YouTube chat, not my text, just go to YouTube chat if you're like, oh my gosh, I need that bank account. Like, let me ask you, are you saving 25 bucks a month? Are you saving $250 a month? Are you saving $1,000 a month? If it's yes to any of those, you need one of these now. It's not for later in life, no matter how young you are, unless you're 18 and old, right? Like, it's not for teenagers, you can't qualify it. But now you know what to like put on your to-do list, right? So just blow up the YouTube chat, and I want you to just say, I'm getting one right here in the chat on the YouTube feed. If you want one, and it's free, genuinely free, like you talk to them, or like, let's hook you up. I want you to just go ahead and just say, I'm doing it, Kris, and do me a favor, Carson, drop the link, kriskrohn.com/insurance. It's right there, so you can just click it. All right, so that's the boringest part of today. That's just how I preserve money. Now we get to start making you crazy good money. I'm now going to talk about double-digit ROI, double-digit ROI. This, my friend, is real estate. Now, you've been watching me, you know what this is, but here's what I do. I only do deals with my standards that produce a 25% annual ROI. Why 25%? Because over 20 years, literally just having 4 times the ROI produces 20 times the returns in just a 20-year period of time. So why am I still buying real estate amidst the coronavirus? Because it is the right thing to do. It's the right thing for you to do. Now, in real estate, there's ways of doing it in your backyard. This is really important, by the way. If there's ways of doing it in your backyard, there's ways of partnering with me. As in, I have excess deals and I will share with you. And the great thing is that some of these strategies take money, and some of these literally take no money at all. And if you want to jump in the game of real estate and say, Kris, help me make 20 times more money, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to text me specifically and say game plan. I want you to drop me the text game plan, and I need you to tell me exactly where you're at financially. Do you have $300 in the bank? Do you have $3,000 in the bank? Do you have $30,000 in a 401k? Put that on there, and by the end of the day, I'm going to be texting you what your next step is so that you and I connect and I actually share with you what that looks like. Deal? Awesome. Now, I'm just going to finish getting triple and quadruple out of the way, but starting right now, if you start texting me right now and say, I want a game plan, and here's how much money I have, I will pause and I will do your game plan right now live in front of the whole world to actually show you what it looks like. So guys, right now, anyone that comes on community, anyone that texts me personally,
Yeah, we got one coming in actually right now.
okay, I want to just do a game plan for you, and then I'm going to show you how to move into triple digit ROI. All right, thank you. Timothy. What's up, Timothy? Timothy's in the house. Hey, Kris, I got $12,000 to invest, but I need more like 35 grand to get started on my own. You're wrong, Timothy. Thank you for thinking that, but sometimes we think things that aren't true because we're missing information. Timothy, I started with 5 grand and bought homes. Today I show people with no money how to buy homes. You have 12 grand. You have tons of options. I'm going to show you what they are, but I know why you're thinking 35 grand. You're thinking it takes my money to make money, and that's where it's not true. I buy a house just about every day, and guess how much money I put in? 0, because there are other resources that are more valuable than money. So, do you have a program to get people like me together so that we can get into real estate together sooner? I love that, dude. Here we go. Timothy, let me hook you up, brother. I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like right now. There are 3 things that I would be concerned with right now if I were you. Thing number 1, I can show you how to do backyard real estate. This is like my lease options. And let me show you how cool this is. I can show you how to find a house that someone owns already and they're trying to rent. But they hate the house and they don't want the house. If you were to find that person and say, hey, I want to rent the house, so like, well, great, I don't really even want this house, but sure, I'll rent it to you. Say, no, you misunderstand. I want to rent it for the next 5 or 7 years and then I want to buy it. And they're thinking, and you tell them, I'll take care of all repairs, I'll take care of the house, I'll do everything for it. And if they're like, boss, I like that, that works, then all of a sudden they're like, well, I need a first and last month's rent deposit. So you say, how about I give you 3 grand? And they're like, deal. You now take this house with my specialty contract, and now you avoided the banks, you avoided using credit, you didn't need credit, you didn't need 20% down or anything. You buy this home, and you sublet it out in my lease option program. You collect an average of 5 grand up front, $500 a month, and then make tens of thousands when you sell. So we're talking about 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, 80 grand, 100 grand. My second lease option deal I ever did, I made $130 something thousand. So just want you to know, to get in that deal, guess what you need? 3 G's. Or there's an option for you where you might say, Timothy, Kris, can I partner with you? And I say, dude, there's 2 ways to partner with me. There's no money partnering, and then there's money partnering. What's the difference? When you do save up that 35 grand, 30 grand, I will take you and give you one of my juiciest deals, and we will do the deal together, and it's awesome. But here you are saying, but Kris, okay, good, I like that. I can do that like in 6 months or another 2 years of saving or whatever. But what about today? That's when I will show you where you put up no money and do deals with me. That's my Mavericks program. Long story short, you have 1, 2, 3. You've got 3 different options, and the reality is you have more. So since you're texting with me, what I want you to do is I want you to drop your cell phone, your best cell phone number, and your email, and say, give me an official game plan. I'll have one of my head coaches call you and literally show you how you can play right now. Do you need to wait till you have 35 grand? That would be a mistake. Why a mistake? Because you're falling into this game plan that says, I need to wait. Never wait. Awesome. Timothy, thank you guys so much, guys. Thumbs up to Timothy on that one. That was great. By the way, Timothy's got a game plan. If you guys are like, oh my gosh, I love that, I want you to go into the YouTube chat right now and just blow it up and say, go Timothy, dude, it's your time. It's time to freaking do real estate. Let's go. All right. Looking for more comments, but first I want to actually go on to new territory. Listen, if you've been watching on YouTube, you're going to freaking eat this up. What is better than passive returns in real estate that take years to make millions on? What if I could show you a way to start producing active income right now? As in like get out of your job, replace your job, a side hustle. That's what we call triple digit ROI. Now triple digit is when life gets cool. This is when you start stepping into a mega accelerator. Check this out. I don't, to get my triple digit returns, I do that by owning my own business. And some of you are like, oh, I was afraid you were going to say that. I don't want to own my own business. That sounds like a lot of work. Not unless you have a shortcut, right? So check this out. First of all, what does a triple digit ROI mean? This is so cool. Triple digit means, this is the smallest triple digit return. It's called 100%. So going back to Timothy, if Timothy is like, by the way, if you want to own your own business and you want a shortcut to a business, I'm going to do an example with you. Come over here. To experience triple digit ROI, on April 30th, I'm actually doing a free training and then literally showing you my undercover business that makes crazy amounts of money. Go to kriskrohn.com/business secrets. But right now, if you're telling me, Kris, I want to own my own business, I want to work for myself, I want to control my schedule, I want to make more money, do me a favor, text me right now and I will do a game plan. Just reveal financially where you're at and then I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Okay. While we're waiting for you to text, triple digit ROI in business. Here's what 100% means. If you're sitting there like, oh, Kris, math is not my thing. Change that right now and say, I love math. I love numbers and numbers love me. Check it out, 100%. This means that if I said, hey, I've got $1,000. If I invest that in my business and get 100%, guess what I get back? I get back $2,000. In other words, this means double your money. That's the shortcut of what it means, double money. But I'm actually going to show you on April 30th a business system where literally, this is the cool part, I can show you how to get somewhere between a 300 and a 400% return. This is also triple digit, but what it means is you don't just double your money, you quadruple your money or more in a single year. So some of you are sitting there saying, Kris, is it possible for me to work for myself and make 100 grand a year? Yes. When I quit my job at the age 26 because I was making $12,000 a month for my real estate, guess what I did? I did nothing for about 6 months. I got bored out of my life, doubled my portfolio that year, and then I opened a business helping people. And that business made me my first six-figure income as a business owner, not just real estate. Now I'm doing 6 figures in real estate and 6 figures in business. It was awesome. Do you know what it's like to make $1 million, 7 figures in business? It's really, really cool. But you're going to need some skills and some hacks and some secrets of how to get there. You got someone?
You got a really good one from
All right.
Dr. Christopher.
Dr. Christopher, dude, your name is spelled almost just like mine, except I use 2 F's instead of 1, and I don't have a doctor in front of my name. So, Dr. Christopher.
Dude, you got a PhD?
Well, I have an MBA.
Oh, an MBA,
That's a massive bank account.
Yeah.
And then I was given an MBA from a local university.
Massive bank
first connector thingy. That's a fart symbol? No, that's a let's go. That's acceleration. So here's what he says. He says, I got $200,000 in markets, and then a lot of money in cash. Been waiting to get into real estate like this. I have a few single family rentals in my backyard. Let's go. My boy just invested $1 million with Cardone. It didn't feel right to me. By the way, Dr. Christopher, you don't have to be a doctor for that not to feel good. You guys watched my video last week. Dude, if you watched my video last week on Cardone, I don't know what is going up in that guy's grill the last 2 months, but that guy is becoming erratic, weird, strange, red flag, red flag, red flag. I don't get it. I wish the best. I hope his heart and soul and family are okay, but I hope he figures out whatever he's going through because he's playing games right now and they're not cool. So I totally get it. So $200,000 markets, maybe $1 million in cash. Let's actually talk about what you can do there.
Real quick, that's how he said he found you. That's how he found you.
Really?
I think.
No way.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Dr. Christopher, so I'm Kristoffer. It's German. Anyway, nice to meet you, brother. All right, so a couple of things here. If someone said, well, Kris, I have $200,000 and I'm a doctor and I'm committed to my career. I don't know if you're a medical doctor, but if you are, and if you're hustling out there during coronavirus, can I just say thank you? Like you're putting your life at risk to help people. And to anyone out there in the medical field right now, thank you so much for putting your life on the line to save lives. It's like we're being told that courage is staying at home. For you guys, like courage is the real courage. It's like getting out there. So I don't know if you're in your career or if you have a doctorate in something different, but I did want to do a shout out to our medical professionals and for what you guys are doing, and also essential business owners that are keeping the cities alive and working right now. Check it out. $200,000. I can show you how to literally dump that into 5 properties that you're not putting in a fund, that you actually own. These 5 properties are earning a 25% minimum ROI, and then guess what happens in 4 or 5 years? The goal is to turn it into 10 homes without new capital, and into 20 homes without new capital. But after you've bought 5, what I really want to do is I want to show you how to leverage your track record of success like I have on my last 4,000 homes. And I actually want to show you exactly what it looks like for you to actually start having people like your buddy come in and say, can I do this? And I will show you how to earn where we're eventually getting to, which is an infinite ROI. How do you earn sick returns without putting up any money? That is when your wealth, it becomes unlimited. Like it's like you want to be a multi-millionaire, a 10 millionaire, a deca, you want $100 million. That all becomes possible, but you have to get into higher ROI. So I can even show you, Dr. Christopher, how to actually earn triple digits in a business on the side that you don't even have to work. That's what I'm talking about April 30th. And dude, you've got so many options for investing in real estate. So super, super cool. By the way, text me your best cell phone number to reach you at, as well as email. And I'm going to make sure that I get you in touch with literally my top real estate coach that will actually break this down and tell you what partnering with me actually looks like. So that's what we got coming your way. Thank you. How come you get the Nest quick and I get water?
You don't do Nest quick, Kris.
That's true. Today was day 4 in the gym, and I didn't take my rest day yesterday, and last night I was freaking playing racquetball for like a couple hours, and like my whole booty and head to toe was feeling crushed. Very alive. Feeling
Booty.
very good, but tomorrow's definitely going to be a rest day.
Yeah, on this note of partnering, Kenneth Frederick's the 3rd question relates a lot.
Hey Kenneth, what's up, man?
Text.
Says, the 3rd text?
Uh-huh.
Sole 401k within my business should allow for a tax shelter and possibly way to fund for future investments.
Right about it.
Does Kris provide a turnkey investment? Kenneth, you don't have to text me and say, does Kris provide? It's me. So say, do you? Just saying. Yes, I provide turnkey investments. Dude, someone look at me, my track record on my last 4,000 deals. Do you have one of those hanging around? So I've documented my last $1 billion worth of real estate, and I'm telling you that Corona times or a forced government shutdown is like the best time to be in the game. Crisis, listen, there's like this really sad component, but reality is, look at it, GDP is dropping, government's taking our tax money and dishing it back out. Someone has got to find a way to turn this economy around. People are pivoting and growing. So like literally now is nothing but opportunity. I'm gonna share this with you guys. I unlocked 3 things in the last 3 weeks that are multipliers like this. I just found out how to triple my business, and then I found out how to quadruple it, and then I found out how to triple it again. And in business, here's what it means. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 3 is
36.
Guys, right now, my company has 36x growth opportunity. Why? Because we're in winter. Winter is always the best opportunity. So, Kenneth, great question. Same thing, text me your best texting number, cell phone, and your best email. I want to get you in touch with one of my coaches. They're going to give you this document right here, and here's what it does. It shows you my entire strategy, because I don't believe in secrets, I reveal it all. And then I want you to see this. These are pages. Each line item is a deal that I've done. Full address, everything. It's all transparent. This is just deal after deal after deal after deal after deal after deal after deal. So the track record is out there. I do these deals. The reality is when people work with me, they need to go one of 2 directions. Either do it on your own, or I can do it with you. I can even do it for you. I really just realized that there's different people out there. Some people are like, nope, I'm hands-on. And other people are like, nope, do it for me. And I provide options for both. So, Kenneth, good question. Dr. Christopher, same goes. I look forward to connecting with you personally and then helping and support what options look like. All right, so guys, triple-digit ROI, one more time. You're going to want to go to kriskrohn.com/, drop it in the notes or cards. Business secrets. There's 3 S's there. Business secrets. And if you go to business secrets after kriskrohn.com, You can actually register for April 30th. I only have spots for 400 people on that live training that I'm going to do, but I'm going to be sharing like my favorite backyard business that anyone can do for making serious six figures. I'm bringing my buddy on that I started 1 week ago. He is slaying it right now. I'm going to show you guys how to jump to six figures just like that, being your own boss, because this is about active income. All right, so guys, keep looking for the next one.
Ashley Ellis is actually asking about your turnkey, like where you find real estate. So
Ashley, really good question here. So Ashley, glad we're connecting from Puyallup, dude. Puyallup Fair, baby. Every September for my birthday, we would go to the Puyallup Fair because I'm from Redmond, Washington. So I know Puyallup pretty well. Do they still serve really weird food there? Like, hey, let's take something really unhealthy and then fry it, dip it in chocolate, fry it again, and then dip it in something fat and fry it again. Do they still do that?
Sounds delicious.
Sounds delicious. Hey, Kris, wondering where you look for real estate. I'm currently looking on sites like Realtor.com and Zillow. Ooh, actually, I love you, but that is really amateur. Those sites are not going to help you right now. So I don't think that you should actually play that way. What I like is that you're getting in the market saying, okay, Kris, I'm putting myself out there. What I hear you saying is, what else can I do? Are there better ways? Drop my PropStream link. I will give you a way to search in your backyard and nationwide for deals with tons of equity. There's a service I utilize called PropStream. This is how you bypass realtors and actually do calculations for deals with discount equity. It's awesome. So we'll drop that in there for you. But same thing, text me your phone and email, and let me get one of my coaches saying, all right, what are you trying to accomplish? Because here's the deal. Ask me. Just say it. Say, Kris, are you buying in Washington right now?
Kris, are you buying in Washington?
No, Ashley, that's a little masculine, right? No, I'm not buying in Washington right now. Why? Because it is an overpriced market. Even out there in Puyallup, it is an overpriced market. My average purchase price, I'll just show you real quick, my average purchase price on the last 2,000 homes, $143,000. Do you know what that means? That means that if coronavirus were to carry on a long time and create a drop in real estate values, $1 million homes are going to be hit. $500,000 homes hit. These entry levels, not so much. So that's actually what I do to recession-proof my strategy when I'm actually buying real estate is I buy entry level and I buy a lot of them. That's why I'm buying hundreds of homes a year right now. All right, cool. Guys, keep finding good questions, but what I want to do is I want to turn up the training here a little bit. Are you ready for quadruple digit? By the way, if you really need to own your own business, you better join me on April 30th because I'm going to freaking, guys, I feel like there's only one time in my life when I get to release something as cool as I am on April 30th. People know me for real estate, they know me for mindset, they know me for my events, they know me for my books, but they don't know me for business. But business is actually my greatest level of expertise, and I'm actually coming out of the closet business-wise, and I'm actually going to be sharing the real truth on business and how, and my rules for how I make crazy amounts of money. I'm married and I have 4 kids, and I love my family.
You just can't sit coming on with
I'm sorry, I can if I want.
Kris,
Guys, stop being so sensitive, okay? Just chill.
we gotta keep you on track.
I know, keep me on track.
Like,
Okay, how do you get quadruple digit ROI? I'm running out of room. Roar! I'm going to call it quad digit ROI. Quadruple means 1,000x. 1,000%, which equals 10x. Which means I don't want to double my money, I want to 10 times my money. First of all, I do this in business. And I do this in real estate with my infinite ROIs. But there's one more component that you need to ask yourself. If you want to make 50 grand a year, 100 grand a year, 150 grand a year, you don't really have to be that special. But if you want to make something significantly dope higher, if you want to literally go to whole new levels, you have to get additional training. And I'm not talking about college. You have to find mentors, and you have to get proximity to them. Like, I have spent well over $2 million buying myself into spaces of experts because I just wanted to suck all of the knowledge that they personally have on money, wealth, health, relationships, family, everything. Like, I'm a connoisseur of everything. I believe you can have it all if you listen to my podcast. And have it all is more of a mindset that I'm growing in every area of my life. And so right now, there's no faster way to grow than a mentor. Dude, like, for example, you're watching me right now on YouTube. I'm saying, text me. That is a level of proximity. But if you were one-on-one with me right now, sitting at this table for an hour, and everything coming out of my mouth was a customization to your life, you would walk away with a blueprint of exactly what you need. So I don't have time to one-on-one with a whole lot of people, which is why I put on what I call intimate events. Next one, by the way, is coming up in August
12th through 15th.
12th through the 15th. I pray that the government will reopen everything and that it is safe and smart for us to do so. And if it is, we'll keep pushing off until we get there. But my next event is August 12th through the 15th. And mark my words, people that come and spend 4 days with me from morning till night for 4 days straight and really do deep dive immersion with me, they leave that event doing deals, doing real estate, doing business at levels that they had never done before. Why? Dude, it is the magic of proximity. So if you want to 10x your life, you need to get training from not fake people and not from books, not from digital courses, but from real life. I'm doing it today. For example, I'll say, hey, let me show you how I have an idea and then made millions of dollars in business this year. I'm not teaching you theories, I'm actually teaching you from experience. There's nothing more powerful than getting in the airspace of people that are crushing it. That's what I've always strived to do. Dude, I was in college, I found out that I was too dumb, Dr. Christopher, to become a doctor because I hate chemistry, and I took my O chemistry class 2 times.
Chemistry hates you?
Yeah, chemistry hates me. The reality is I got a C my first go around, I got a C minus my second go around, and I met with my advisor, and he's just like, dude, you're gonna hate 10 years of medical school, you're gonna hate 10 years of science. And I'm like, you're right, no, that sucks. And I left, and it was like a super, super sucky time for me in my life. I'm grateful that that happened because I had to find something that came natural and beautiful to me. But the reality is, how I became retired the same year I graduated college was not by working inside the system, but working outside. I found 3 men who had each made over 10 million in real estate. I followed them, I learned from them, I executed what I learned. And then the same year I graduated college is the same year I quit my job, and the same year I didn't need to work for anyone else ever again. So that was a basic level of financial freedom compared to where I'm at today. It was because of mentors and proximity. So I just want to invite you guys to try on that. If you want quadruple digit ROIs, you got to do that. Check it out. Text me. If you're like, Kris, I'd love to come to one of your events. The first person right now that texts live event, I'm going to give you a $1,500 ticket right now. By the way, I have other discounted tickets. In fact, any one of you that wants to come to my next event, I will let you guys in at a crazy low discount price. All you need to do is actually text live event. First person that texts me live event right now. First person to text me live event right now. I'm giving you a $1,500 ticket for a life-changing event.
Jonathan Sanchez at 10:13.
Jonathan Sanchez, 10:13. Congratulations, brother. I got a $1,500 ticket coming your way. Denise, can you make it so?
Yes.
Okay, so Denise is going to get you.
Tell me email support.
Who's the second one?
Austin Sheehan.
Austin Sheehan. Guess what, bro? You're getting another free ticket as well, $1,500. Come live, come be with me, gain proximity. For the rest of you, text that and let me connect with you on that whole thing. Remember, there's a lot of you on here right now. I'm getting a lot of texts. Thursday is my day to do mega texting, so it might be late, it might be early morning, but I will get back with you.
Here's a good game plan.
Good. Real quick, guys, we're going to move on to infinite ROI. You should be interested in single digit, double digit, triple digit, quadruple digit, but you gotta be wondering, infinite ROI? We're about to go there. First of all, from Tommy Barron. What's up, Tommy? How you doing, bro? Tommy says, hey, Kris, love your videos and your advice is spot on with real estate. That's Tommy's text. I'm a realtor in Virginia. Would love to know, I have so many buddies in Virginia, who would love to know what is your biggest piece of advice you can give someone that is a new agent? I've got great advice for you, my friend. I got $15,000 in savings and I'm 23 years old. What's up, bro? I love that. My name is Tommy, and Tommy, you've already given me your email, and just drop the best cell phone number for us for me to have you talk to one of my coaches. But let me tell you what that advice is right now. If you're a brand new realtor, you need to understand that there's a difference between being a realtor and investing. They're both good, but one's a job and one is a passive investment. You need to make sure that realtor never gets in the way of investing your money in real estate, because that is your whole future. But being a high producer realtor, dude, can be fantastic money, keep you really in the game of real estate, just don't confuse it for investing. My best advice in your area is, I don't know what office brokerage you work at right now, but I want you to find out what are the top 3 different brokers in your area, and I want you to find the #1 producer in all 3 of those brokerages, and then I want you to contact all 3 of them and say, I want to train with you, and I want to be on your team, and I want to learn from you. And by the way, which of the 3 would be the best 3? It's the person whose character you like the most, as well as the person that is also the highest producer. And that's what I would do. If you're going to be a realtor, do not go it alone, do not lone wolf it. You go get training from the very best in the business. 1 year with them, even if you have to forfeit the majority of your commission on your own deals for that year, 1 year with them will set you up for your next decade like nobody else. So get with the best producers and learn from them. Again, guess what it is? Mentors and proximity is how you create a 10x or more in your life. Awesome. All right, gang. So if you've got a game plan, if you want to talk about anything so far, before I do infinite ROI, if you have questions on single-digit ROI and how it works, if you have questions on double-digit real estate game plans, if you want to know how to start freaking killing it in business, and by the way, I mean in Corona Town. I mean, businesses are going out of business, and I can set you up for 6 figures. Yes. If you have questions here, or if you have questions on quadruple-digit ROI on any of those 4, I want you to text me right here, my phone number, and ask your question. My team's going to field those so that we can create as much value for everyone watching, and then the rest of you I'll get with you individually later today. All right. While we're doing that, we are moving on to our final ROI. It is my favorite ROI. It is the ROI that 100% allowed me to become financially free in 4.5 years. It is called an infinite ROI. Infinite? Like infinity, like we'll be married together forever? No, I'm talking about infinite as in like, you can't calculate an ROI. Let me give you an example. Let's just say for a moment that you found a real estate deal, and the deal needed 20 grand, and 6 months later was going to give you 40 grand plus your money back. This is a good deal. There's a problem. You don't have the 20 grand. So you know what you do? You borrow. I'm going to share with you low and high risk ways of borrowing. One way is with a loan shark. Okay? His name's Guido. He says, sure, I'll look at the deal, I'll give you the money, but you better have it back in 27 days or I'm going to break your legs. And it takes you 28 days, and so you pay him back, but you now are missing legs because they were amputated because he crushed them. So I'm not really a fan of this one. It's not mine because if something slows down in real estate, it can cost you an arm or a Guido leg. By the way, that kind of goes for credit cards too. Low interest, rockin', high interest, suck. So I'm like, oh, Kris, I got a 19% APR. I got a 27% APR. That's like loan sharks. They don't break your legs, but they're going to eat you alive. Here's what I do instead. You could literally go to somebody with money. Come on, dude, you know somebody with money. And you say, check out this deal. Here are my numbers. What do you think? I'm like, you know what? Sounds kind of risky, but let's go for it. And they give you the 20 grand. But you're going to be 50-50 partners on the deal. You do the deal. You thought it'd be done in 2 months. You were wrong. It took 5 months. You're grateful that you didn't borrow money from Guido. But 5 months later, you get all the money back, plus you get the 40 grand. Investor gets their money back, and the 40 grand gets split 20 here and 20 here. Now, let's calculate ROI. If the investor put in 20 grand and got 20 grand back, what is that? That is a 100% ROI, okay? If you put in no money and got 20 grand, what's your ROI? Anything divided by $0 is 0. You can't calculate it. Reality is you put in a little bit of hustle, but you put in no money. And so what is your ROI? It's got to be bigger than 100%. It's got to be bigger than 1,000%. It's bigger than 100,000%. Reality is you can't calculate it because you're making the best money that exists. Put nothing up and get paid. That's what an infinite ROI is. And by the way, I show people all the time how to get an infinite ROI. I'm going to show you one strategy right now. This strategy is so outside of the box that I call it Maverick. It's Maverick Real Estate. It's like I'm doing something so far out there. What's up? By the way, the deal that I just described was the 4th deal that I did with my father-in-law. And he loved it so much that he partnered with me on the next 50 deals. So, by the way, that's what we call opium. I mean, OPM, other people's money. And that is, Carson's, are you dying today? It's like, it's so bad. I've never done opium, but I've done a lot of opium, like OPM.
Karen, stop. OPM, other people's money.
Opium, okay.
Someone's gonna confuse that.
Don't get confused. Like, Kris Krohn does opium! I do not do opiates. All right. By the way, if you look at me like, wow, he's got a lot of energy. Is he on something like caffeine? This, I've trained myself that just flows every day in my veins. I wake up like this every day. True or false, Carson? True or false, Kris? True or false, Cole? Like, this is just...
when you wake up, but...
Cole's like, oh yeah, I'm right there with you first thing in the morning, Beth.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We were working out the other day, man.
All right, so check it out. Here's how you school the game of infinite ROI. Because these are like symbols that I really like putting next to this. It's just really cool. I've created something so different, I call it Maverick. And here's what it says. Why was the dude able to do the deal? He hustled and found someone with money. Check this out. You find someone with money, and if you then partner with Kris, guess what happens? They get 50% of the money. You and I, we split the other 50% equally. 25% to you, 25% to me. Did you have to come up with money? No. Did you have to find the deal? No. Did you have to do the work of 200 of my experts putting in 341 hours to make that deal happen? No. In fact, what did you do? You simply found someone that wanted to make money in real estate. They got in contact with my organization, they partnered with me, and guess what? Now you become equal owners with me. By the way, I would have never done this my first 10 years of real estate. I was just making so much money. I'm at a point now where I love helping other people literally copycat my original strategies. So this is a copycat. R&D, rip off and duplicate. I'm saying, partner with me by becoming a Maverick. Check it out. And then we're going to take some final questions for the day. If you want to earn an infinite ROI, text this word, Maverick, to me. And let's engage in a conversation of literally how you can partner with me and we can make that happen. Cool. So, here's what we're going to do right now. Here's the quick review, and then what I want to do is, I'm here to help you guys out today. So by the way, you can set up your own bank for free with the person I trust the most to do it, Rob Gill and his team. You just go to kriskrohn.com/insurance, and if you go there, here's the good news, you can get this set up. Instead of getting poop savings, 0.025%, you can start getting 4 to 6%, plus tax-free growth, plus untouchable. It's one of the it's the smartest single-digit investment that you can make. Number 2, stop doing the other crappy investments and get into double-digit ROI, which is real estate. Just text me game plan, and we'll have a conversation, you and I, about how I can help you get in the game of real estate and have 20 times more money in 20 years versus doing this pathetic game plan. If you want triple-digit ROI, say, Krohn, I want my own business. You know what? We've got record high unemployment right now since the Great Depression. We've got 15% unemployment. You know it was only 25% at the Great Depression? We're on our way to as bad as it ever was. I hope it doesn't get there, but if you have lost your job, you better be with me April 30th. If you have a job you hate, you better be with me April 30th. If you have a job you love and you think you need multiple streams of income, you better be there with me April 30th. You do that kriskrohn.com/business secrets, 3 S's in the middle, and I will show you how to earn triple-digit ROI in your life now. Number 4, if you want quadruple-digit ROI, just text events to me, and we'll have a conversation about that. And lastly, infinite ROI. If you want to learn how to make crazy money without putting any up, text Maverick. Lastly, if you don't want to text any of these things, you just want to text me, text me. Let's connect. All right. So what I'd like to do right now is answer 2 or 3 questions, and then we'll kind of wrap up our day.
I got one from Jason who spoke about it before, but he's asking about the partnership program.
Jason, what's up, brother, dude? Glad to have you here. I'm just looking back at our last texts. So this is me texting Jason a video. What did I say? Oh, my audio is connected somewhere else in my headphones. But that's just me saying, what's up, Jason? All right, so signed up, thanks Kris. Here we go. I have $100,000 to invest with you on homes. Not sure how many homes that will produce, but does everyone have to pay for a partnership package with you first, or can we just invest in homes straight away? The partner package will leave me with less money to invest in homes. Don't get me wrong, I want all in, but what's the best approach? Well, Jason, you have to ask yourself a question. Would you split the money with me to be in partnership with me, or do you want to do it on your own? In other words, Jason on his own versus Jason with Kris. Am I more than twice as powerful with our 1 + 1? I think you and I 1 + 1 will equal 11. So you're right, if you partner with me, you are going to have less money. However, guess what you are going to have? This Maverick program. With track record, with me, and then when you do run out of money, because you're supposed to, you need to invest your money. You're not supposed to have it in your hands. You're supposed to put it in investments. And when it is and it's earning sick ROIs, that's when people get curious and say, dude, Jason, what went down, man? Something changed. You're not buying real estate, dude? And you say, yeah, I'm partnered up with the Kris Krohn from YouTube, and check it out, $1 billion worth of real estate, and dude, you can partner with them too. And when they partner with me, guess what happens? You and I become equal partners in that as well. So step one is to partner with me to create a track record. Once we've done a couple of homes, dude, which we'll be able to do, we're going to go and do more deals. I'm just going to show you how to do that without money. That's real mentorship. That's the real game plan. Does that make sense, Jason? I hope so. Now, by the way, it may not be for you. I'm just saying that's how I've done it, and that's how I would do it. I'm a math guy in here, not a science guy, not a chemistry guy. I believe that there is a highest ROI, and what you're seeing is my approach. There's nothing I do that is producing higher ROIs than I'm sharing with you. And I'm giving it all to you. All right, good question, Jason. Thank you.
Okay, I've got 2 more. First off, I'm going to find this one, and then there's a lot of people who are younger. They're just wondering, I'm under 18, I'm 16.
Okay, let me talk to my under 18-year-olds.
Elijah Danger's one of them.
Elijah, what's up, dude? Okay, so for those of you that are under 18 years old, you're always, dude, connecting, saying, all right, Kris, dude, what's up? Look, should I be buying a house at 15 years old right now? Okay, listen, if you're under 18, the most important thing you can do are 2 things. Number 1, work on saving up $1,000 so that when you turn 18 with $1,000, I can show you how to do deals. Number 2, you got to be getting my books. You might be loving me on YouTube, but YouTube will never go as deep and as thorough as I do in my books. So if you're under 18, I want you to text something different. I want you to text and say, Kris, I need your basic elementary courses like 10X, where you teach me the foundational real language of real estate. You know what the scariest thing of my first 4 deal was? The scariest thing for me was I didn't understand what I was saying. I thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't understand. So people would say equity. Hey guys, people would say equity. They would say seller financing. They would say down payment. They would say mortgage. They would say, all of these terminologies that I didn't understand, and I lost confidence, and I lost power, and I was scared. Fortunately, I pushed through. But what scared me the most was really not understanding the game. So if you're young, the most important thing you can do is understand the game. I want you to text me your phone number. I want you to text me your email. And if you're under 18, I want you to tell me what have you set aside that your parents will allow you to buy. Let me get you in front of one of my books or 5 of my books. Let me get you basic knowledge. What you should be doing between now and 18 is saving money and getting key knowledge. Got it? Awesome. Okay.
Kevin Diaz says, Kris, I know the stimulus.
Kevin, what's up, dude?
Talk to me a little bit.
Good, dude. I'm glad that we've been texting. Kris, do you know the simulation check? The stimulus check. I told my mom what I wanted to do with it. And she told me, if you are real, I understand where she's coming from, and there's a lot of people out there doing bad things. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. I think you are legit. Dude, Kevin, here's what your mom is saying. You're young, you got a stimulus check, and your mom is saying, wait a second. You've been watching a YouTube video, and you found a guy or a gal, and they want you to buy their books and crap. That's a ripoff. That's a scam. By the way, that's your parents' generation. If they don't have your mindset, they don't know where you're coming from, how can they give you advice? By the way, if you are in your parents' home and still young, honor your parents. Like just saying 10 commandments, honor your parents, love your parents. But when you become an adult, you have to pave your path. And mark me on this. Never take advice from someone who doesn't have what you're trying to get. So if you say, I want to make $1 million in real estate, and your parents are like, oh, I have advice on that? Great. Have you even done an investment property? No. That doesn't mean you should discount your parents. It doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to your parents, but it means that you should be balancing your advice by people who have had financial success and people who have done it. take advice from someone who's made $1 million, tell you how hard it is, or how difficult, or what worked, or what didn't work. So in other words, at some point you gotta grow up and you gotta be taking advice that is from people that have what you want. So for example, proximity and mentors, and going back there again. So by the way, on the stimulus check, you know, Kevin, right now you are 18 years old, you're at that age of becoming, and you're deciding for yourself what kind of man you want to be. And so walk the tightrope of honoring your parents, and at the same time saying, what kind of man do I want to be? Because guess what? It is your job to create more than your parents' generation. So by the way, they're not equipped to give you advice on how to do that. Your parents are advised to give you advice on how they got what they got. And that's what people do in the world. But remember, 99% of people I'll never take advice from. I only take advice from authentic, real people that have what I have. So I appreciate you thinking I'm legit. I think I'm legit. You know, I don't know if I have the best advice for you. I've got the best advice for me. And then I give best advice for people where their intuition says, yes, Kris, you're my mentor. I've got this spiritual, or I've got this intuition, or this confirmation internally that resonates and says, yes, I want to learn. And then you take action. You always act when something is right, and it just pings you to your heart. Case in point, I can't tell you how many times I got on the financial cliff where I took my last dollar and I put it into a deal. Guess what my CPA, my mom, my dad, my siblings would have said? You're crazy. I remember when I had 5 deals done. I was at the gym, Gold's Gym here in Utah, Provo, working out with my college brother, who was older than me by 4 years. And he said, Red Dog, that's my nickname. He said, Red Dog, what are you doing, man? Dude, what are you doing, like, buying these homes? You're crazy. And I'm sitting here thinking, I live for free, I have a net worth of $250,000, I have a passive income. Why do you think I'm crazy? It wasn't my job to convince him, so I didn't. I just let it be. Am I going to take advice from him in real estate? Are you kidding me? That's the dumbest thing that most people do, is they take bad advice from people that are not qualified to give it. Next.
Sorry, I thought we were done.
We do one more.
Okay.
Let's get one more good question. By the way, you guys have been great today. Love the questions, love the interactions. Please give me today, maybe latest tomorrow morning. I will catch up, and I want to share that interaction with you. Hopefully today has been really helpful. Here's what I hope the biggest takeaway is. I need my own game plan. And number 2, coronavirus is the time to act. You'll always remember coronavirus in history, like you'll never forget 9/11 if you were here for it. But when coronavirus comes up, you will either say, I sunk deep in my shell and hid like everybody else who caved to the fear of the media, or you're going to say, I dared believe that this was the time of greater opportunity. Guys, this is what my company's potential is right now, 36x, and I won't be able to capture it all. If I take my company and grow it 36 times, we're talking about a $100+ million company. I'm going to grab as much of it as I can. I'm going to grow as much as I can. I'm going to help as much as I can, because coronavirus means opportunity.
This is James Bond's son.
Awesome. James Bond's son, Devin. Kris, big fan here. Thank you for all your content. I love it. I'm 23 years old. What's up, brother? I got $10,000 in the bank, $4,000 in debt. Oh, I love this question. You haven't even asked it yet, but I got $4,000 in debt, car, student loans. By the way, when you text me this information, guys, this is really helpful. What are my next steps to becoming financially free? I want to generate money so that I can pull a U and retire in the next 5 to 10 years. Dude, at 23, 5-10 years, do it faster than me. Do it better than me. I didn't have mentors that could show me what I'm showing you today. Like, I'm literally going to make you get there faster, man. I want to generate that money. Game plan, live event, Maverick. Dude, I love it. So you want it all, and you want to know what you should do. You're not asking this question, but here's what the first thing I want to tell you, Devin. Guys, I get questions like this all the time. I got 10 grand in savings, and I have $8,000 in debt. And if you listen to Dave Ramsey, here's what D is going to do. Uncle D is going to say, take your savings, wipe it out, and eliminate your debt. Don't do that. If you've got loan shark debt at like 20+% ROI, then yeah, it's probably a good idea to pay off your debt. But if your debt is like student loans or super low interest credit cards, and you know that with reasonable doubt that you can keep a low interest rate, it's real simple. This is a game of arbitrage. And that's a big word for some of you. Let me teach you what arbitrage means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Arbitrage can be a positive thing or it can be a negative thing. Here's what it means. It means, Devin says, Kris, my money, that 8 grand, is at 5%, so I have a cost. But if I can put it in real estate, at a 25%, this is what is called a 20-point positive arbitrage. Meaning, I'm trading 5 for 25. In that case, I love my debt. If my debt, however, is at 21% and I can trade it for 5%, technically, I am still positive by 4%, 4 points. By the way, a point is a percent. It's too small for me to want it. So, Devin, I just want to throw that out there first, but dude, seriously, you put game plan in there, so just text your phone number and email, and I'll make sure that we dive deep on that. Here's what I love though, 23, young and hungry. The number one thing I cannot give you is hunger. I can't. And most young people your age, dude, this was the weirdest part for me when I was young and in college. I was buying up homes, and 19 out of 20 people, when I told them what I was doing, you know what they did? They told me what my brother did. Dude, that's so weird, that's so crazy. And it's because I was outside of the game plan. I had already seen that it wasn't gonna work, but people thought that I was nuts. And right now, you have to understand that when you take action like this, your peers, your parents, the people around you, there's a high likelihood they're gonna say, dude, you're crazy. Dude, just put your head down and do this thing. And you're like, but it's poop. And they're like, no, these are really good things. You should do these things. Don't do these things. So, biggest point, Devin, is when we connect, I want you to connect with my coach, and I want you to mention the works. I have a program that is all-inclusive. You can partner with me in multiple ways. You can do backyard real estate. I will show you the best of investing and give you access to everything. And you are in a financial position to be able to do that and go out there and start crushing it right now. So that's what I want to have happen when we talk with my coach. I'll get that set up for you. But great last question. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining today. I hope today was helpful. The 5 secrets to becoming wealthy in your 20s have been revealed. Those 5 secrets are, number 1, you've got to master the right kind of single-digit ROI. Not the crap, literal crap, but I'm talking about these ROIs. You can set it up for free, doesn't cost you any money. Double-digit ROIs, real estate text game plan. Triple-digit ROIs, I want to go to Kris's business webinar. Quadruple-digit ROI says, I want to make 4x, I want 1,000% return, I want a 10x. I need to get live with Kris or other mentors. And lastly, guys, infinite ROI is where you partner with me and we lay waste to awesome opportunities. So those are the 5 secrets that I have. Single-digit, double-digit, triple-digit, quadruple-digit. For your future, anytime someone's putting an investment in front of you, you should ask this question. Is it a single-digit ROI? Is it a double-digit? Is it a triple-digit? Is it a quadruple-digit? Society will only offer up single-digit ROI and they suck. Because individually, there's nothing wrong with them. You putting your money into all of them, which has no diversification, it's all the stock market. Stock market goes down, you lay waste, you bounce back, 30-year average, 78%. Give me a break, dude. Dude, what a nightmare, what a stupid thing that people do. People are so dumb with their money. Don't do that. Don't be one of those. Don't be that guy, don't be that gal. It's time for you at this age to leverage time by making smart, intelligent moves. So, guys, I love you. Next Thursday, I'm going to be coming at you live again, and we'll post what that topic's going to be. And then just remember, take my phone number, save it, let's text, let's connect, and let's help do whatever we can to get you down your road, whether it is getting one of my books for free, whether it is setting up your free business bank account with 4 to 6% annual ROI, or whatever it is. We can also just shoot the breeze as well. August, I hope our event will be on. I look forward to connecting with you in person, gaining some sweet proximity, because bottom line is this year, I want to see your life freaking jump. I want you excited. I want you to be filled with hope, and I want you to have a plan that you look at and with confidence say, this will work. All right, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you, and we will see you next Thursday. Check out my videos coming out this week. Peace out. Love you guys. Take care. Dr. Christopher, Timothy, the rest of you that we connected with, Devin. Appreciate you guys, Jonathan, and we'll get connected with all of you.